Are we coping in the heat? Who's melting? Right, I'm going to get straight into it. I'm going to read from my phone because it's been a long few days. Good evening, everyone. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Tanj's oldest brother, Gaj. The proud brother of the beautiful bride. I'd like to start by taking... Oh, hang on a minute. Let me rewind. I'd like to start by thanking you all for being here to celebrate this special day and taking time out to be here in Ibiza. And before I carry on, I'd like to point out, particularly those that know Tanj very well, she did not write this speech and she didn't tell me what to say. Growing up, my sister earned a very unique nickname in our family. You know what I'm going to say?
That's in my speech.
You stole that from me. And that nickname perfectly encapsulates her unique character traits. Does anybody know what it is before I say it? Woodpecker! This is because once Tanj gets an idea or a thought in her mind, she doesn't stop peckering you until she's achieved her goal. There's an age gap of about 15 years between Tanj and I. So as you can imagine, when we were growing up, it wasn't easy. The early teenage years, there was loads of arguing, loads of heated blah, blah, blahs backwards and forwards. But over the years, however, Tanj has grown into a thoughtful, caring, determined, progressive woman that I'm very proud to call my sister. She's always been kind and loving, and I admire her resilient work ethic and her drive while she's built a successful career that showcases her responsible nature. She's a great role model for my two daughters, Maya and Rosa, and they go nuts every time they see her, as I'm sure you've all seen. She's got a great circle of friends. Sorry about this. Whoa, I'm getting used to this. She's got a great circle of friends, and from what I can see, they do their best to inspire the next generation of Instagram influencers. It's been a pleasure watching Tanj and Luke grow as a couple. However, I'm still not sure what Luke's set himself up for. There's no going back now, mate. All jokes aside, they make a great couple and they balance each other out very well. Luke does really good at taming the woodpecker when he needs to. Together, they build a relationship based on shared values, mutual respect, with a passion for life. And I couldn't be happy for them. It's not over yet. As you embark on your journey together, my advice is always to communicate openly. Never forget how important it is to have fun and enjoy life. I will also pass on some valuable, wise words that were given to my wife and I on our wedding day. No, she wasn't there then. In a successful relationship, it's important to compromise. Know when to put the other person's needs first. Before I wrap up, I would like to make two honourable mentions of those who are not here today to celebrate with us. Firstly, Tanj and I's father, Jasby Agrul. And and our auntie, Sharon Tung Mamiji. Both of whom passed away before their time, but I'm confident they're here smiling with us today. Tanj was only 9 when our dad passed away, and I don't know how she dealt with it in such a mature way. Being Tanj's older brother, I have always tried my best to step into my dad's shoes and guide her and prepare her through life's challenges from the values and beliefs my dad had instilled in me. I'm extremely proud to see the confident and courageous woman you are today. I can't wait to see the future life you and Luke create. Ladies and gentlemen, raise a glass and celebrate the beautiful bride and groom.
So I've been practicing this for ages, so it's a real thing now, so just please don't judge if I don't do it as well as I thought. So this is my speech. Where do I start, I guess? Hi everyone. So for those who don't know, my name is Maya, his daughter, I guess. You've met him and I'm his daughter, I guess. Well, I'm the bride's niece, let's say it like that. I'd like to say, Auntie Tanj, you look so beautiful today, like a real-life princess. And Luke, you look great too. I remember one funny moment with Luke that I have to share because I still laugh at it every single time. I remember one funny moment with... I've just said that bit. Sorry about that. When I was 4 years old, Luke told me he was allergic to water. I thought that sounded strange, so I decided to test him. I threw a glass of water all over him. Guess what? Turns out he wasn't allergic. He was soaking wet, but we laughed so much. Auntie Tanj, I'm so happy you found someone who makes you smile and laugh. I wish you two many years of happiness together. Before I finish, I would like to give a massive cheers to my Kirmasi as it is her birthday. Happy birthday! Woo! Happy birthday! I know it's hot, but we'll get through the day. Thank you.
Well done, Maya. Great job. Well done.
I don't know how to follow that, to be honest, folks. Let's give an absolute massive round of applause. And that story, I can't beat that, Maya. Maya, everybody! Absolutely amazing, sweetheart. And you look stunning. You look beautiful, sweetheart. Gosh, well, when I was asked to be a groomsman and to write a speech, folks, well, the love and affection I have for this wonderful couple here, the bride and groom, and no doubt I know that you all share for the beautiful bride and groom. Well, I wanted to show it. So with that in mind, sat at home with about a few months before the beautiful holiday and wedding to Ibiza, I thought, hey up, why don't I become a poet? So, here goes, gang, okay. Here goes, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, I guess it's time to hear from the brother of the groom. I've known our Luke, would you believe, all of his life. Hey, they get better. I've watched his future blossom and bloom. To think when I first set eyes on my brother and smiled with joy at the memories I knew we were going to share. I looked over, gang, at Mum and Dad. As I said, he ain't got much hair. Tanj and Luke, don't make me laugh. I'm welling up here. Tanj and Luke, you make the perfect pair. I know your love is everlasting and strong. I've got a brother, folks, and now so happy to gain a sister. And Please, don't stop. And I promise that this speech won't last too long. Bro, you have supported me through thick and thin. Your sensitivity and compassion never fell flat. Although, folks, I think Luke questioned my style choices with his well-known catchphrase, "You're going out in that!" Yeah. That was today, by the way. That was today, and I look like him. So do you know what I mean? The trendy gifts you bought me led to me finding my partner, so thank you, bud. Although, folks, thank you. Bless you. I think it was up in the air as to which one of us was gay, because, folks, he used to style his hair like Jedward. And folks, if you'd like to look to the screen, yeah, are you ready, gang? 3, 2, 1, drop it down. No, I'm only joking. I tried.
The roast of Luke Sillers.
There are so many memories when we were young, us enjoying New Key. Fun games of crazy golf, your countless holes in one. Whores, Easter egg hunts, family parties in Ibiza. Mate, where have all the years gone? Although I'm a performer, folks, I did sometimes wonder if our Luke would grace the stage, be a big hitter. After all, you see, he played, of all things, a glitter boy in Rock Challenge. Yeah, we've got pictures of that and all, don't worry. And Muggins here to move up all the glitter. I've watched with awe, bro, at your footy career. We've been on the edge of our seats with all of our hearts and our souls, beaming with pride, as I always am. A champion man of the match. I get excited when I score an own goal. We've laughed so much and stayed best mates. Even when I broke the legs off your action man when we were 5, our bond didn't change, me old mucker. Although, when I were 10 and you dropped that ball on my head, my first words I were thinking, "Oh, you cheeky little foot." To be around, brother. From Pokemon to CBBC to Barney with Nana and Grandad, we've watched them all, folks. And that was just 2024, wasn't it? And with your amazing future with Tanj, bro, I can't wait to see what's in store. I really can't. I am beaming with pride today. I first met Tanj, folks, at a family gathering. In walked Luke, and the food folks, we stopped crunching. As we looked at his beautiful girlfriend Tanj, I realised he really must be punching.
True.
Tanj is so caring, selfless, supportive, gentle, bubbly, kind. And you two really are the perfect match. It's easy to see what attracted you to each other and why that bond is made to last. He's grown so fast, folks, my brother, mature and career-focused, with now a beautiful wife and fantastic family there by his side until he's old and greyer. Although, it's not always been like this, folks. When he was young, I think he's got the rhyme, he really was a player.
Rumble.
Ah, you went there. But now, he's settled down well and truly. Tanj, on a personal note, thank you for all the support you've given to me. You are so gentle, supportive, helpful, gentle and kind. Luke, a wife with such loving qualities as these is really impossible to find. The bridesmaids, you all look absolutely stunning. Absolutely. Maya, Bella, Rosa, Jessie, all the family in the gang, you really are a family I have straight away brought into my heart. And seeing the future with you all, well, do you know what, folks? I can't wait for it to start. So, to summarise, looking around at what we've seen today, that exquisite rooftop, those beautiful views, this glorious wedding party, and of course, the dazzling sunny smiles, I'm sure, Luke and Tanj, you can both see in every way how much you mean to us all, the bride and groom, more than words can actually ever say. And on that note, Luke and Tanj, I really am honoured to say this speech and be part of your special day.
Fantastic, mate. Fantastic.
On that note, please, ladies and gentlemen, can we be upstanding for my best mate and my beautiful sister, the bride and groom, Luke and Tanj.
Have you turned it off? Hello? Is it on? All right, there we go. Couldn't hear it. Not sure how you thought that, to be honest with you. It was like the roast of Luke Sellers, wasn't it, to be honest with you? But here we go. I'll start my proper speech. So, good evening, everyone. I must say you all look fantastic tonight. Some a little bit more sunburnt than others, but you've all scrubbed up pretty well. So, on behalf of me and my wife, we'd like to, cue applause. We'd like to thank you all for being here today to celebrate this special day with us. Honestly, like it means the world to us, and like we would never have imagined that no one would say no. Like everyone's here, but no, honestly, given like the amount of time that we gave you all, the distance and the cost, like we were literally blown away. So honestly, thank you all. Unbelievable. So that's the first thank you. We're going to the second one. Mum and Dad, don't start crying. Not even started yet. So yeah, just want to start by thanking you both. Like you've literally been there for me throughout my life and supported me throughout, and you've taught me the importance of love and commitment. And you've literally always been there to guide me through like life's difficulties. Sometimes it gets a bit rough, doesn't it? A little bit. And I don't think I'd be the person I am today without you both. Like, nor would I be without Greg, you either. So, like I say, big thank you. And thank you both, all three of you, for welcoming Tanj into our family with open arms. Like, literally right from the beginning. So, yeah. So, I'll now extend my sincere thank you to my incredible new family. There's a lot of names, a lot of commas here, so here we go. Jesse, Kaj, Sanita, Manj, Bella, Maya and Rosa. Jesus, that's like a starting 11, isn't it? But no, seriously, right from day one, you've always made me feel like I'm a part of your beautiful family. And I really am grateful for the love and support that you've shown me. Jessie, I can now get to call you mum, because honestly, you have been like a second mum to me for the past 4.5 years. So again, it's just like what else can I say? You've done everything for me and more. So thank you. Right, on to the bridal party. I want to start by thanking my best man, Marco, and his wonderful partner, Dory, for travelling all the way from Tennessee to be here today. Obviously, as I've just said, like we live at the other side of the world to each other, so we don't see each other a great deal. But he's there for like whenever I need him. But I'm not sure if I might want to take that thank you back in a few minutes' time. Although Greg's roasted me enough, so. And then moving on to my grooms and like my day ones, we've been through literally like thick and thin together. Like, and I wouldn't be here standing alive without any of you. So. No, but seriously, a special thank you to Josh. Where is he? He's there. For organising. Well, I've got it written down as for organising an unforgettable stag do, but I might change it to forgettable, to be honest with you. Right, let's go on to the bridesmaids. You all look absolutely phenomenal. And I'm not going to name you all individually because I think you got a flight tomorrow, haven't you?
Yeah.
So we're not going to get through you all, are we? But no, seriously, thank you for being there for Tanj throughout this crazy process. And a special thank you to Kay and Hardeep for keeping us sane throughout. And let's not forget to mention, this is the bit that I'm not too sure on, so I'll just read it word for word. Let's give a special round of applause to the fantastic staff who have worked their socks off to make this day possible. From the venue staff, coordinators, catering team, your hard work and dedication have honestly, truly exceeded our expectations. So thank you for making our dream wedding a reality.
Yes, thank you.
You ready for this bit?
Yeah, I am. I've been waiting.
Now on to my beautiful wife, Tanj. You look absolutely stunning. You look absolutely stunning. I am one lucky man. Well, I'll take you back to the first time that we met in one of East Yorkshire's most prestigious nightclubs known to man, also known as a Lowther in Gull. Well, for those of you who know the Lowther, I don't think it'll be the type of place that you would expect to meet the love of your life. But from that day on, I was head over heels for Tanj. It's just a good job that I didn't mention on that night that I was 3 years younger. Or I don't think any of us would be sat here today. But no, on a serious note, Tanj, what's not to love about you? You have a heart of gold. You light up any room you walk into, and you're the most caring person I've ever met. I even love the woodpecker in you that pecks at my head every day to get things done. But no, I'm sure everyone here would agree that knows me, which I hope most of you do, that Tanj has changed me for the better, and literally changed my life. So it's been strange the past few months. Well, not strange, but because it's a natural question to ask, but everyone's been saying, "Are you nervous, Luke?" Yeah, a little bit. Nervous about the stag do, not making it back in time for the wedding. Nervous about the vows. Nervous about the speech, but marrying Tanj, absolutely not. She's the best thing that's ever happened to me, and I can't spend the rest of my life with her. So just before I finish, I want to make a couple of toasts. Firstly, to Tanj, my beautiful wife, and the rest of our lives together. And secondly, to loved ones that can't be here tonight. Cheers to loved ones.
Yeah. Cheers. Here we go.
Who's next?
Well done! Smashed it!
Hello. So I have actually memorised this. I tried to memorise this. However, for those of you that were on the hen, I've probably lost a few brain cells. They're at sea. So I've got this, but yeah, let's give it a go. So there's no surprise today that it's running like clockwork, because my first memories of Tanj was that everything had to be coordinated. Hot pink headband, hot pink belt, knickers, socks, bracelet, you name it, she had it. Hair in a braid, as long as a bum, looking like Rapunzel. Luke, she was a real deal back then. I've tried to tell a few stories to condense the last 20 years of friendship, So I'll try and take you on a bit of a journey. So me and Tanj met in maths, and even after a few weeks, my dad said to me, I'd like to take you to Barnsley Swimming Baths. Now, for those of you who have never been to Barnsley Swimming Baths, there's multiple slides, but there's also 3 diving boards. There's one, which is a 1 metre springy board. There's another that's 3 metre, another that's 5 metre, so on, so on. Tanj, in a, I don't know, blue skimpy bikini, even back then, says, I'll go first. Off she trots to the end and quite quickly gains momentum. And rather than jumping forward, she jumps to the side, merely missing the corner of the pool. There's whistles blowing, there's everyone running over. Me and my dad go running over and say, what were you doing? And she goes, well, I haven't told you I can't swim. I knew then that this friendship was going to be fun. Our childhood memories were bottles of Lombrini, chicken kebabs, Londis closes, and Ford KAs. Yeah. We all had them, like Skittles in different colours. Yeah. You are the only girl I know who would actually turn 18, get asked for ID, to spell her name only to spell it wrong. We have hundreds of memories and many holidays together, one of which sticks in my mind massively, which is last year's in Rhodes. Now, for those that know, what should have been a 4-day holiday was a 7-day, 30-hour slog home. Now, by day 6, we'd all lost the plot. We were all sat on the beach, faces like thunder. Tanj disappears. Suddenly, she comes bouncing round the corner like Bambi, like a mirage, with a crate of Copperberg telling us all to liven up. Which brings me on to say, Tanj, you are a selfless ball of energy, the light in a darkened room, and everyone's personal cheerleader. You are infectious to be around. And in 20 years, I've only ever seen you cry 3 times. Once, when she wet the bed, when she turned 21. Second, when you was talking about your dad, which I'm sure is here with you today. And third, when I was going through one of the hardest times in my life. It was like you was hurting for me, and I will forever be grateful for you. So, Boxing Day 2019, back when it all began. They say when you know, and you knew. You phoned me the morning after meeting Luke to tell me you'd met someone with the determination, the drive, motivation already after a drunken night. Luke, you are the only man I know Tanj would stand pitch side to watch you play football when she has no idea what's going on. You two are the light she needs in her life, the one to make plans with, go on 10 holidays and say yes to all her crazy plans. In Mrs. Marcus's words, they say, you marry one of us, you marry us all. And on behalf of all of us girls, we wouldn't have picked anyone better. You both go above and beyond in everything that you do. When you dream big. Look no further than today. What more or what other wedding would you have 130 people to a destination wedding? It is a testament to the people who you are. So finally, I want to bring it to an end. I want to go back to the start, the diving board. So in life, Mrs. Sellers, there will be highs and lows, ups and downs. However, this time you're not stood there on your own. You'll have Luke stood there with you every step of the way. So in true Tanj and Luke style, and how the last 4 days have gone, I'd like to make a toast to the most important people in this room today.
Love you.
To the bar staff. To Mr. and Mrs. Sellers.
Yes. Smash that, mate. Well done. Love you. You fucking funny. That was sick.
Good evening, everyone. I'll try and make this quick because I know everyone's absolutely starving. So, good evening, everyone. I'd like to begin tonight by thanking a few people. Firstly, Josh. Josh did all the work in organising the stag do, and it was absolutely fantastic. Cheers. But that will be the last we mention the stag do, ever. Secondly, Tanj. All the bridesmaids, looking so beautiful. It hasn't gone unnoticed how much work you have put in today. And I think we can all sit here tonight and say the results absolutely speak for themselves. So, to Tanj and the bridesmaids, cheers. Mine and Luke's journey began around 10 years ago, both as young, naive Englishmen on their way to America. I look back over the past few years with such awe and profoundness to see how our lives have played out. Luke was actually the first lad that I met on my path to playing football out in America. We met at Manchester Airport, and to say it was meant to be is the honest truth. We immediately gelled, and as time went on, the relationship grew stronger. I don't have a brother. However, if I was asked to explain brotherly love, I would have to describe my feelings towards Luke. We were inseparable for the best part of 4 years. We shared the highs and the lows of life together. Now, although most of you know Luke as the happy-go-lucky life of the party, which is true, there's also a side to Luke that I've been lucky enough to experience personally that assures me he is going to be the best husband he can be to Tanj. Luke is commitment without fail. This man right here has never let me down. Even living at the other side of the world, he still delivers. A phone call away, no problem too big or concern too small. When my son Ollie was born, I had no doubt who would be the godfather of my child, Luke. He never misses. Birthdays, Christmases, you can always count on Luke. So I want to stand here and say thank you to Luke for being that man, for being that friend to me, and for being the husband you are going to be to Tanj. Now, enough with the niceties. Luke's dating history is at best described as mixed. From cheerleaders to cowgirls. And to say how close we are, Luke liked to keep his love cards close to his chest. So it was quite a surprise to me that one night I received the call from a slightly intoxicated Mr. Sellers, immediately telling me that he had met a very beautiful woman and that he was in love. Without any further information, the second words out of his mouth were, "And she's Indian." This was music to my ears, as there are a few things Luke and I equally admire. One is beautiful women. The other is Indian cuisine. So it came as a crashing disappointment to me later on in the relationship to learn about the standard of Tanj's curries. Safe to say, though, after growing to know and love Tanj, her curries are in fact her only disappointment. When I was tasked with preparing this speech, I had so many stories I wanted to share with you, but on reflection, most would not have been suitable for such an occasion. But one came to mind, and I think it perfectly illustrates what a perfect match Luke and Tanj are. The night before we were due to fly back home one Christmas over in the States, Luke and I were both packing our cases. You are. Whilst putting the final touches to my case, I get an infamous yell from upstairs. "Marco, have you seen my passport?" We turned the house upside down. Safe to say, Luke's passport couldn't be found. At that point, we had to get a plan together to get an emergency passport issued. Coordinating with the UK, we arranged that during our layover in Atlanta, Luke would go to the British consulate and have an emergency passport issued. We liaised with the consulate, and we were able to get Luke an appointment for shortly after our plane landed. All Luke had to do was get into a taxi outside the airport, travel less than 2 miles down the road, get to the consulate, and back again in the space of 4 hours. Luckily, all seemed to be in place to make this happen, and Luke went on his way. Like something from a shit Christmas movie, I sat at our departure gate, expecting to see a beaming Luke Sellers come walking through the doors at any moment with a new passport in hand. However, this never happened. I stalled the plane for as long as possible, but Luke never showed. We had no way to communicate with each other unless we were on Wi-Fi, so I had absolutely no idea where Luke was or what had happened to him. After I touched back down in England and turned my phone on, I get a call from Luke. I began to ask him, what happened? Well, it turned out the only element of this process that was down to Luke individually was to give the taxi driver the correct address for the British consulate. Luke ended up spending over $300 on a rush hour tour of Atlanta after he gave the taxi driver the wrong address. Although Luke argues to this day that it was the taxi driver's fault and not his. But Tanj, evidently, you're the passport keeper now, as you've both made it here. I couldn't be more honoured and proud to stand here today in front of you, Luke, as your best friend. This week has been absolutely magical, and tonight a fairy tale. For everything you lack, Tanj has in abundance.
Good job.
Other than her curries, I'm yet to see anything Tanj lacks. But regardless, you complement each other fantastically. I was always worried that when Luke got married, I'd lose my best friend. Instead, I now have 2 best friends. I wish you nothing more than health, happiness, and prosperity for the rest of your lives. I can't wait for you to start a family of your own and continue to grow in love with one another. Ladies and gentlemen, to Mr. and Mrs. Sellers.